Hi, I'm Michael Wargo, team pilot with Precision Aerobatics. We're going to do another edition today of the 3-move series. So we're going to use the Addiction XL here. We're going to do something having to do with hovering and rolling harriers and stuff like that and knife edge. So this one obviously will do it very well. So let's give it a shot. The move that we're going to do is going to be a little different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the value of a very slow, very deliberate takeoff. If you have an Addiction or one of the PA planes especially, foamy, really cool. We're never gonna leave the space of the runway here. I'm gonna take off and I can do either a flat turn, I could roll it inverted and do a flat turn, but we're gonna stay very slow. I can go vertical, back over, but all these maneuvers are going to be with a very slow, deliberate takeoff. And of course, you know how this one works. It'll, take off going pretty slow. As soon as I go up, it gets slow. See how different, how nice this looks? Turn it over, stay straight. And maybe we can come back around in a Harrier. Another way to do it is once you take off and you go nice and slow like this, we can roll inverted and we can do a nice little, flat turn, come back inverted as well. Little 2-point roll to back and straight. Most people when they take off are very anxious to get up and away. And honestly, up and away is a great way to keep the plane safe. And that's why most people do it. But in this case, I'm going to land and show you again. All right. We can take off low and slow, stay over the runway, and start rolling immediately. We can stay on knife edge and stay within the runway. Actually, probably if I had one choice, if you had any skill with knife edge and things, if I had one choice at a new club, which I'm at a brand new club today, I've never flown at, is to start your routine with a knife edge. But having a knife edge go straight looks really cool. So that's what I'll do. We'll start off slow. As soon as it lifts off, we can roll the knife edge. Take off straight. We can go up, over, and come back down on knife edge. The whole idea is that everything here has been kept super, super straight. This plane is flying so well because the wind is down. Again, staying straight is the key, and staying over the runway. So anyway, there's, like I said, there's 100 things you can try. If we do what we just did, let's say we come up and we turn over on knife edge, we can spin around on knife edge and stay on knife edge, flip to the other one, but stay on the runway. Again, personally, I think it looks really cool, so I wanted to expose you guys to it. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to do a 4-point roll down the runway. I think this is probably one of the coolest, best skills that you can learn. I don't know why more people don't do it. They do all their point rolls out and away. All right, we're going to do a 4-point roll, and we're going to do 2 points that end up right in front of us. So we're going to have 1, 2 in front of us, 3, 4. Now I have gone a little to the left, so we're going to try and straighten that out. So we're going to, we're just going to go 1. We're going to do 2, keep it straight. We're going to do 3, and then we're going to do 4. And that's the way it works. Now, you can go faster or you can go slower. If you go faster, start a little closer to yourself so you can make the maneuvers. I know doing slow point rolls is difficult. So if we want to do them a little faster, just start a little closer to yourself. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And it works.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Now, if you cannot do a point roll, it's possible to just do a nice, relatively slow roll. But the deal is to make it at the halfway point, right where it gets in front of you. So we're gonna just roll. 1, 2. See how nice that is? Anything happening shows center makes it look like you really know what you're doing. You know, if you do a roll just like I did, but I do it out here, it's meaningless and it doesn't look like competence. It just looks like the plane rolling. But when I do it right here, and especially if I want to do it a little slower, it looks like I know what I'm doing. So anyway, that's the second maneuver, is that point roll. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you a little move to get out of a hover that I think looks really great. And it's you can make 1, 2 rolls coming out of the rolling harrier. I mean, coming out of the hover into a rolling harrier. I think it's elegant, it's cool, and even if you don't know how to rolling harrier, it should come out in a very safe way. The trick is, though, you have got to add that left rudder pretty early on, and it will turn. So that's the only little caveat I have, is that it does require that the rolling harrier move, which is the left and right rudder, because the plane will be going fairly slow. All right. So we're going to get it up into a hover. Now watch, just coming off the ground, how nice that looks. You know, it's definitely a little different. But you know, normally you just want to fly away. All right. Anyway, so we are going to set it up into a hover. Once it's stable, right, we're just going to roll and out. And again, I think it's a really super simple, really elegant way to come out of a hover. Let's try it one more time. Now, I mean, you can continue to rolling harrier if you want. Now remember, if you want to like practice this a little bit, you could practice just starting the rolling harrier low like this. You know what I mean? Just that first roll of the rolling harrier. I'm not doing a 3-move series on the rolling harrier, obviously, because it's too complicated. But even if you just do this, you see how fast a roll that was? Start low, 1 roll, starting off closer to the deck, right? Especially when it's going slow, you go up and just roll it. Now, when I do that, that involves left and right rudder. I'm gonna do it slow again, just like I'm coming out of a hover. I won't come out of a hover. I'll just fly really slow with a high angle of attack. So from right here, we're going to go right aileron, then we're going to go left rudder, right rudder, and it comes out. And that's it. You know, I'm going so slow that the ailerons don't want to roll fast. But again, the slower you come out of that, the better it looks, at least in my opinion.